Hi, good morning. Welcome to the channel AJM Canadian. My name is Adrian Menezes and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. Join me in today's topic, Is Canada the right place for you? Part 1. Today we're going to talk about 4 interesting topics about Canada, specifically related to education, healthcare, benefits, and freedom. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for many more videos like this. Now, you might be thinking about studying in Canada. Yes, we do have an amazing education system from provincial-wide. There are a lot of variety of colleges, community colleges, universities, and specialized courses that you can take across Canada, province to province. Every city is unique. So if you're looking to upgrade your skills and your education, then Canada is one of the best countries you can choose from at an affordable price. The best part of this is once you complete your studies, you get the provision to have a once-in-a-lifetime postgraduate work permit, depending on the course that you complete. What this means is Canada allows temporary residents to come to the country, complete their studies, and once they do complete their studies, they get the ability to apply for permanent residence. They get to experience the culture, and most importantly, they get to practice their learning and apply those skills in the workforce and experience the Canadian culture. That's what everybody wants. They want to come to Canada, they want to work, they want to live, they want to settle down, bring their family. And Canada allows you to do that. There are a lot of people coming to Canada. There's a tremendous demand across the world. Everybody wants to come to Canada to study. And we have one of the highest demands that's ever been in the last couple of years. So if you're looking to study in Canada, do contact us. We can have a consultation and we can give you the options that you have available. Maybe you completed your bachelor's degree and you want to perhaps upgrade to a master's, or maybe you want to do a postdoctorate, or you might have a specialty, or you're looking to get a skill. Now, keeping aside degrees and certificates, diplomas, what you may not know in terms of the skills in Canada is skilled trade is very valuable. That's right. You don't just need a degree to be successful in life. You can be a tradesperson and you can have a trade as a skill. One of the highest paying jobs in Canada, some among them are like electricians, plumbers, carpenters. These are people that have been certified, completed a trade, and got their license to practice their trade in each specific province. The salaries range anywhere from $30 to $50 an hour. And there is always an opportunity to work overtime as well. So as you can see, it's very lucrative. Having a trade sometimes gets you a better return on your investment than just a qualification. So if you're from any part of the world and you have an existing trade, maybe you could consider getting a license for your trade, getting certified for your trade in Canada. We can guide you on that process as well if you're looking to get your certifications so that you can eventually look for a job, find a job, and contact us to apply for your work permit and come to Canada. Another really important aspect about if Canada is the right place for you is healthcare. Yes, you have heard in the media and the articles going around that we have and I'll say it out loud, one of the worst waiting times in the healthcare system. The urgent care, emergency care, and daily care is really backlogged. What that means is there are so many people coming to Canada that the system is not made in such a way where there is ample amount of rooms available or beds available to accommodate people that have got a specific circumstance. So this leads to a huge waiting time. And if you were to go online to any of the local hospitals, you'll get to see there's a long waiting time. Unlike some of the other countries like India or Dubai, where you have tremendous options available. You can walk into a clinic and you can be seen by a physician in a matter of minutes. There might be a little bit of a wait, but you're able to get care at the right time. So that's a little bit of a concern. They're trying their best to improve on the system. They're looking for qualified people to overcome that. They're definitely looking to hire medical professionals around the world. As you can see in the news, Canada has opened up that door to allow foreign nationals to come in the country to overcome this barrier. And if you have a professional, and if you're a licensed physician and you're looking to practice, it is a long road to get your license in Canada. Many physicians are in fact even leaving Canada because of the challenges they're facing. But overall, you do have an amazing healthcare. And what that means is, like myself as a citizen over here, I don't pay anything for healthcare. I have a health card. I'm living in Winnipeg, Manitoba. If I have any concerns, I have a family doctor I go to, I make an appointment, and I don't pay a single dollar for any of my work, whether it's blood work, x-rays, or my checkups, routine checkups, or any other visits that I have to attend to with my physician. I do not pay a single dollar. And other surgeries and any other medical referrals are all taken care of by our family physician. So that's one of the best parts about the healthcare in Canada. In other countries, you have to pay a lot of money. So you may have the ability to meet people on time, but then when it comes to your checkups and it comes to your x-rays and blood works, those can work out to thousands of dollars, and that really offsets all your savings. So it's a really good option that you have in Canada with the healthcare. Like I said, they are improving, and with any country that's growing and that's getting a lot of immigrants in the country, there is always room to improve. One of the other aspects about Canada that you may not know are the benefits that you get. And when you talk about benefits, let's talk about social benefits. So if you are working in Canada, the employer is bound to take out a certain amount of money every paycheck. And in Canada, we earn our salary bi-weekly, which is every 10 days you get paid. Some countries you get paid monthly at the end of the month or at the beginning of the month. But in Canada, every bi-weekly you get your paycheck. So that was also something new to me because I never got a bi-weekly check. When I came to Canada, I saw I'm getting paid every 10 days. And I was like, that's interesting. Now, from your pay, whatever you receive as a gross amount, you'll get deductions. And those deductions are things like your Canada pension plan, your employment insurance, and your other insurance benefits that your employer takes out. Now, you might be thinking, how is that benefiting me? So I'll give you an example. We have things like employment insurance, which is really interesting. And you might not think of it as helpful, but I'll give you a short summary. If you were to lose your job for no reason of your fault, and let's say you're working, you're a dedicated worker, you go to work every day, and one fine day you get laid off, and there is no income for you, guess what? That employment insurance that was taken out of your paycheck, a very small amount, it's under $50 bi-weekly or $10 to $20, depending on what you earn as a percentile amount. But that amount equates to the government giving you back a salary of your pay equivalent to almost 80%, 60 to 80%, which is really helpful because now you're sitting at home. Think about it, you're laid off, you have no income, and you apply for this employment insurance, you're able to get some amount of money back, which is very helpful to feed your family, to pay your bills, to pay your food, pay your groceries, and all that is really going to take your weight off and make you feel comfortable. It can help you channel your effort to look for another job and figure out a way to get back to another company, look for an opportunity. So these are one of the aspects you can get. And as you contribute to the Canada Pension Plan, when you reach the age of 60 years, Canada is one of the countries that will actually pay you a pension. That's right. Like I worked in Dubai for more than almost 30 years, and I'm not gonna get a single dollar back. Like, let me make that as clear as I can state it. Yeah, I've lived in Dubai for so many years. I worked there, and I immigrated to Canada. Now, even though I worked for in excess of 10 years in Dubai, I'm not going to get $1 back from the government of Dubai. But here I am in Canada. I can tell you, even if I make just one contribution, that's it, just one contribution to Canada. That means if I work in Canada for one paycheck, I'm eligible to apply for my pension. How does that sound? You might not get a lot of money by contributing one paycheck, but if you're going to be living here and you come here as a young person, whether you're in your 20s or your 30s, and you work for 20 years, you're contributing for 20 years, you can look to obtain a reasonable pension to help you out when your retirement years approach at 60 and above. So that's an example of a social benefit that you're getting from the Canada Pension Plan. And there are other benefits as well, like the old age security and the guaranteed income supplement, which you can always visit canada.ca to read about. But these are examples of the benefits Canada provides you, which many other countries don't. Most other countries don't have a welfare that they care for their people. So it's really interesting that Canada has this mechanism available. And there are certain criteria to be met, but everyone is eligible provided you meet the criteria. There is no bar on your race or your culture or religion. So it's really great that these provisions are there. Which leads me to my fourth point, which is freedom. Now, we all know Canada welcomes people from around the world. It's a very welcoming country. Our province, Manitoba, which I'm in, is called Friendly Manitoba. It's truly friendly. We're very diverse. There's so much culture around us. And they actively find ways to involve the community, make sure the community is brought together. We have the LGBTQ plus queer, and there is no barriers. You know, it doesn't matter on what you identify as. We hear these pronouns lately, right? The he, she, they. It really doesn't matter what you identify yourself as, but we have a very unique system in the sense that there are policies in place, there are procedures in place, even with the companies, the Canadian companies, when they hire you, they'll ask you whether you have any accommodation. And what they mean by that accommodation is they're looking for if you have any sort of challenges, any sort of barriers that you might identify, whether it's a learning barrier, you might be having, you might need a little extra time to complete a task, or you might have a real medical provision from your doctor where you're not able to learn in the same manner as other students. You have certain concessions and availabilities. So that's really to be promoted when I want to emphasize on the freedom. Don't underestimate that. Like, we have freedom. I'm here, I'm in Canada, I'm able to make these beautiful videos, this among many others, and I get to express myself without any restriction. And this is going to go live up on my social media, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, and I get to talk to my colleagues along with my family. I get to interact with many other people. So many other countries, they have so many barriers. If you travel to some certain countries, and I don't want to mention names, but we hear that certain countries restrict you from using a social media. Like, they will not allow you to use maybe Facebook, or they don't allow WhatsApp. And these are what we call barriers. Or they'll restrict your internet. They'll restrict your freedom of speech, your freedom of expression, or you can't use certain words. So this is where, you know, coming to Canada really allows you to express yourself, be who you are, And I want to recap. This video was about, is Canada the right place for you, part 1. We talked about the 4 topics in today's discussion: education, healthcare, benefits, and freedom. If you have a question that you want to ask me, feel free to put it in the chat. I'll be happy to reply to you, or my team members will be happy to respond to your comments. And as always, a kind reminder, please subscribe to our channel. Follow, like, and share to receive many more videos like this. Thank you very much for your time, and until our next video, take care.